budget ng DPWH alone, sa flood control alone.
Sir, dapat ba Congress yung mag-investigate or dapat daw mag-create ng independent body to conduct inquiry? Kasi kung involved daw may lawmakers and then taga-DPWH.
Well, para sa akin, ang Pangulo na nagsabi na mismo, sorry, nawala daw yung audio. Well, para po sa akin, mismo ang Pangulo sa kanyang State of the Nation address ay binanggit ito at we expect a lot more from the executive to look into this. At tayo naman dito sa Senado, that's our call as well. Yung ilang mga senators na nakausap natin sa lounge, sa sidelines, they are more than willing to push for the investigation. Yung mga kasama natin dito talagang mainit din sila na gusto nilang malaman talaga kung saan napunta itong flood control at sino yung mga involved dito.
Sir, Sen, since tong review na to, sinabi specific dun sa administration ni sa President Bongbong, and simula nung 2020, isa pa lang naman yung nasa DPWH na nakaupo. Do you think this should also at least prompt Secretary Bonoan to step aside habang ginagawa yung investigation, ginagawa yung audit sa mga projects?
Una, it's not for me to call whether he step aside or mag-resign, etc. because it's the call of the President. If the President feels na he still enjoys his trust and confidence, then there's nothing we can do about it. No? Ang sa akin lang, talagang importante na maging impartial yung investigation at maging mataas yung kredibilidad ng pag-imbestiga dito na talagang wala pong sasantuhin at talagang isa lang yung talagang bottom line, panagutin yung dapat managot. But at the same time, sana after mapanagot, yung mas matagal at mas lasting na call natin yung integrated flood control program dahil remember Marlon, 3 years ago we have been saying na hindi ito integrated, hindi ito, there's no concrete plan. Nabanggit ko nga yung word na patsi-patsi. Itong mga nakaraang bagyo, nakita natin yon, talagang totoo na hindi siya integrated at these projects are somehow patsi-patsi.
So, sir, confident kayo pagdating sa Senate, walang involved sa anumang irregularity?
I can only speak for this House, not the other House, and as far as I'm concerned, as the majority leader of the Senate, I don't see any senators involved in any of these 15 construction firms.
Sa House, ang...
Madali. Bibigyan ko na lang kayo ng mga papeles para mas magandang yun ang magsalita kesa po ako.
So, speaking of flood, itong problema sa baha, si Mr. Ramon Ang ng San Miguel Corporation, ang sabi niya, isusolve niya yung problema sa baha sa Metro Manila at zero cost to the government.
Definitely a welcome development. And can you just imagine if there are 10 more RSAs in the country who would do that? Ang laking bagay po nun, no? Laking bagay po nun. But let me also point out na any efforts na gagawin dapat ng private sector connected doon sa main plan ng ating pamahalaan. May mga siguro ibang styles na gustong gawin. Siguro yun ang mas importante na ma-coordinate and knowing RSA, boss RSA, talagang ano yan eh, laging may basis yung kanyang binabanggit na solution because the last time we talked to each other, I remember him talking about experts on flood control program, experts in dredging, experts in cleaning yung mga waterways. So yun, importante po yun. No? Yun lang yung caution ko sa ating pamahalaan kasi baka mamaya may isang private entity na gustong gawin yung gusto niya pero hindi siya part ng master plan natin. So yun lang yung para sa akin. But again, we salute the statements made by San Miguel through Mr. Ramon Ang, and hoping na mas marami pang kagaya niya yung volunteer to help out. And I'm sure malaking tulong yon. And if it happens, you could just imagine during budget deliberation, we can already slash portions of the budget of some of these departments, and we can place it to other items na mas mapapakinabangan.
So mga katipid ng government.
Malaking matipid ang gobyerno.
So sir, hindi ba ito sampal sa concerned government agency na ang tagal nilang hindi na-resolve yung problema sa baha, tapos ito private sector na lang yung action?
Lagi ko naman sinasabi, the past 3 years na palpak talaga yung flood control program natin, the past 3 years, di ba? I think all of you were here when I said it 3 years ago, and I hope and pray na this time around meron na talagang mangyayari. And I salute the President for talagang opening this up and seriously looking forward to addressing the problem head on. Thank you. Okay na?
Sir, yung sa committee chairmanship, si Senator Padilla po ba? Is he going to be head of ethics or what is the latest there?
Ang latest, we've been talking about it, especially in the light of the statements made by the minority leader, if I'm not mistaken, that he is entertaining the idea of supporting charter change. So, in fairness to Senator Robin, he is open to that idea. Even Senator Kiko. So we're talking, and nothing is final until we decide on it as an institution. Ang natutuwa lang po ako is that they're all open to these ideas, and kung yung kumakalat na news whether or not I will head the ethics committee, hindi naman din po yun final, and yung iba nga pong nabasa sa floor. Remember yung kay Senator Alan Science and Technology na nakuha ulit, na ibalik, nakuha ulit from him at napunta kay Senator Bam. So, ganun din po ito, no? That's part of reorganization here in the Senate.
Sir, so if ever Senator Padilla will return ethics and make way for return the Consti amendments and make way for Senator Kiko?
That is possible. Everything is possible, and alam ng bawat miyembro yung kanilang strengths and weaknesses, and I'm very humbled to hear it from my colleagues, and I'm happy to report na we will do everything we can to ensure na yung best person to head these committees would lead these committees na doon sa na tatama doon sa expectation ng buong Senado.
Sir, is this movement, if ever matuloy ito, is it meant to signal na open na ang Senate to charter change? Has there been any reversal from the past position of the Senate in the 19th Congress?
Well, I think yung word na open has been there for quite a long time, and the important thing is we discuss it, and that the majority would have a free hand on expressing themselves and their positions. As far as I am concerned, I am only one voice in the Senate, one of the 24, and para sa atin, yung usapin ng charter change, laging tamang oras, tamang panahon, at tamang paraan. At yun lang yung dapat kung pag-isipan lagi, yung tatlo na yun, whether or not we'll entertain that idea. Ang hirap lang, RG, because at this point in time, 2028 is around the corner. So, anything you do right now with the charter change, hindi mo na maaalis yung pag-iisip ng taong bayan na ito'y konektado sa 2028 elections.
So sir, this afternoon sa session, mami-mention na yung ilang changes sa committee chairmanship.
Hindi ko kayang paunahan ng plenaryo, so we'll keep on talking about it, and if we get the consensus of the majority, because it's the majority talking about it, we will read it on the floor.
Sino yung initial na nag-usap tungkol dun, sir?
Mga members of the majority.
So ethics wala na talaga sa'yo?
Pinag-uusapan po, pinag-uusapan. And for me naman, ever since I made mention na secondary yung magkaroon ako ng committee, because yung rules committee is way bigger than everyone would think about.
Bakit si Robin siya kinonsider sa ethics?
Well, maraming kinoconsider at isa lang po si Senator Padilla, and it was mentioned a while ago that yung Committee on Constitutional Amendments, we are all aware na sa kanya ito noon pa, and incumbent siya and with the majority siya. So that's one of the reasons why siguro nabanggit.
Sen, kanina nabanggit nyo na since si minority leader ay iniisip niya na suportahan yung Chacha, then that's one of the reasons na kinonsider nyo bakit nag-uusap ngayon na posibleng pumalit si Sen Kiko kay Senator Robin. What do you mean by that?
Sorry.
Sabi niya kanina, sir, kasi since binanggit na ni Tito Sen na baka suportahan niya na yung Chacha after yung may mangyari kay dun sa ruling sa impeachment, and now kaya kinoconsider niya na baka magkaroon na
Una, even before that, it's part of consideration. Siguro nadagdag lang yon, no? And yung binanggit ko nga kanina sa mga pag-uusap, si Senator Robin, Senator Kiko, Senator Alan, Senator, the members of the Senate, they're all more than willing to pitch in and admit to the fact of their weaknesses and strengths. So with that in mind, mas napag-uusapan sa mas matalinong paraan kung papaano namin pupwedeng i-address yung mga issues, yung mga bagay na maaaring mangyari in the light of 2028 elections and in the light of assigning these committees. Ngayong hapon din ito, mababasa na natin yung 11 more committees, makukumpleto na rin natin yung mga miyembro para makapag function na yung ating mga committee.
So sir, nakita niyo
Sorry,
yung
may 2 o'clock ako.
So sir, nakita niyo yung necessity na dapat abogado yung chairman ng Committee on Constitutional
It's not
Amendments?
just that, but it was part of the discussion, and again, I salute Senator Padilla for even bringing it up. Actually, it was actually him who brought it up, no? So it was a good conversation, and marami po, and just part of the many committees that we are talking about.
Senator, siya yung nagbanggit, si Senator Robin brought it up, in what way, sir, na
Sa mga pag-uusap po, yung binanggit po ng kasamahan natin na yung intricacies, especially yung having a lawyer, etc., that was part of the talks. And I salute Senator Padilla to even mentioning that particular issue.
And then, sir, di ba meron kayong caucus day after the SONA, pinag-usapan yung mga priority bills. Nabanggit ba dun yung Chacha na possible na i-line up ninyo?
We have our own. I asked for top 3 priority measures ng bawat senador. And napag-usapan dun sa caucus na kung walang controversy and nasa floor na for third reading na or napasa na on third reading, may request, may pakiusap na ma-expedite sana sa committee so we can bring it up on the floor. So
Kasama yung Chacha,
may
sir?
mga ganun po, no? Dun muna ako, no? Dun sa sinabi kong top 3, no? So, nag-submit yung mga senators. May isa, I think there's one senator who submitted dun sa top 3 niya na charter change. Okay, so that's all I can divulge right now. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean na kung kasama dun sa top 3 mo, yung chairperson ng isang committee, siya mape-pressure na ito ang unahin or hindi makakapag-report ng ibang panukalang batas na tinapos ng committee sa plenaryo dahil may so-called priority. Hindi po ganun. No? So, it's still, we give the chairperson his or her priority measures na i-report out at i-deliberate sa kanyang committee. Salamat pong marami. God bless. Thank you.